Girl, don't do it. If you already have this, you don't need that. If you already have this, you definitely do not need that. And if you have this, or this, or this, and this, then this might not be any better. The whole point of this video is to show you that you might already own something similar to what you're interested in buying. So if you have a whole cart full of things, I highly recommend for you to take out your makeup right now and see if you can dupe anything that's on your wish list before you spend $40 on that Dior lip balm. Yes, I'm talking to you. Okay, let's get some makeup on my face because I am feeling very naked right now. Starting with sunscreen, we did talk about the Tower 28 sunscreen and how it was marketed as a product that provides no white cast. However, if you use the proper amount of sunscreen to get the most protection out of it, it will leave a white cast, especially if you are a medium to deeper skin tone. And in that video, I shared with you that I have not been able to find a mineral sunscreen that leaves no white cast on my skin. I never said that they don't exist, but personally, I have not found it. Someone did recommend a no white cast mineral sunscreen, so I'm going to link that in the description box below. It seems like an EU product. I haven't tried it, so don't take it as a personal recommendation, but I might make the purchase because I am very curious. Now, I know people are very particular about mineral sunscreens. Every time I talk about mineral sunscreens, y'all get very passionate. If you don't have anything to dupe it in your collection, then by all means, search for the mineral sunscreen. But if you truly want an easy, no white cast sunscreen that looks good under makeup, then I personally think there's nothing wrong with chemical sunscreen. I have sensitive skin, it is acne prone, I get cystic zits, and I've only been using chemical sunscreens because they just work. So today I have on my skin, I already put it on this morning, the Beauty of Joseon SPF 50 sunscreen. And just to show you how clear it is, y'all already know this sunscreen, but there's nothing to it. And obviously I could put on like a whole teaspoon amount, but I'm not going to do that because I already applied it. Just an option if you have a chemical sunscreen already that you're really liking, then I don't see a point in searching for mineral sunscreen if chemical sunscreens already work for you. But again, it's so personal. And of course we are in the lip balm era right now, so we have a couple of new releases. I talked about the Supergoop with SPF and the new Glow Recipe Glossy Lip Balm. So one thing that these all have in common is that they're supposed to hydrate, moisturize your lips, and give you a glossy finish. So it's like a 2-in-1 combo with a lip gloss and a lip balm. However, unless you're looking for SPF, you might already have something like this in your collection. So if you have the Rhode Peptide Lip Tint, the Ole Henriksen Lip Balm, the Tower 28 lip balm, anything that is supposed to be hydrating and glossy, and you love it, you can save your coin. My current favorite glossy lip balm is the Edam Lip Choo Choo Lip Softening Balm. Y'all, I swear these brands make me sound like I can't read, but I love this because of the middle tip applicator. It smells like boba. This shade is in Boba Bounce, and it has this really gorgeous color. It's satisfying to use, it's not grainy, it hydrates my lips, and gives me a beautiful glossy finish, so I do not feel FOMO from the Supergoop or the Glow Recipe. Next up is the Merit Tinted Sunscreen. This is also a mineral sunscreen, but unlike Tower 28, it comes in multiple different shades, so you shouldn't get a white cast if you have the shade that fits your skin tone. Now, I forgot in the last video that Tower 28 already has a tinted mineral sunscreen. I am actually confused as to why they felt the need to release this new mineral sunscreen when they already have one that's a hit. I'm instead going to use the IT Cosmetics Natural Matte CC Cream. This has SPF 40. I do believe you probably have to apply on a lot to get the full protection, so always apply sunscreen underneath. This is in the shade Tan Neutral. Right now, your girl is kind of tan, so this is looking a little pale on me, but it's okay. I am wearing a pimple patch, so hopefully you can't see that. So if you already have any type of complexion product that has extra sunscreen in it, I don't think it's necessary to buy the Merit tinted sunscreen. I also believe there's going to be so much more tinted sunscreens launching this summer, so it might be worth sitting out waiting for it, looking at the reviews and comparisons before you jump the gun. So I added some cream bronzer just to give my skin a little bit of color. I also am going to let the concealer sit under my eyes for maximum coverage. But until then, we are going to play around with some of my lip dupes. So we did talk about a lot of lip products, not just lip balms, but also lip stains, lip oils / glosses, and aside from the $40 Dior lip balm, which if you're interested in that, I won't stop you, but I don't think it's worth it. Even for aesthetics, I don't think it's aesthetically cute enough. If you want a little charm on your lip balm, you can punch a little hole and add your own charm if you really are obsessed with it, but I can't imagine the Dior gloss balm being any better than what you already own. I did also talk about the Tarte lip tint stain, the Glossier Lip Glaze oil, Rare Beauty lip gloss, and the Charlotte Tilbury contour lip duo. So the concept of the Charlotte Tilbury lip liner duo is that you're supposed to get a sculpting shade on one side and more of a definition shade on the other side. Now, I really don't think that you need to buy this lip liner to get the same look. I do think it's just a normal concept in fancy packaging, or what seems to be very smart packaging, but truly, is it that much of a ordeal to have two lip liners in your bag? I don't think so. How I'm going to create a similar look is by taking the Sachu lip liner stain, which I have really been enjoying. I always use this as kind of like a base for my lip liner. With this lip stain, you just want to make sure you get enough coverage and kind of like an even application. It's kind of a learning curve. We're going to let this sit on our lips for a while and then I will peel it off. But this is going to be what I'm considering the contour of my lip combo. Never looked crazier in my life. You have seen me without makeup and now you have seen me like a clown. So now we're gonna dupe the blushes that I was talking about. I was specifically most interested in the Dior Glow Stick blush. I am gonna see that in person soon because I'm leaning towards purchasing it, but I'm also kind of like, I don't know if it's going to align with my preferences. So I'll have to see in person to determine for myself. But until then, I can dupe the vibe. I'm going to use the Rare Beauty liquid blush because I love it, and the Dior Forever Glow Maximizer highlighter. Like, yes, this is expensive. I didn't buy this, my mom gave it to me, but this is going to create more of that highlighter, dewy, glass skin blush look without having to buy the blush balm from Dior. I'm going to mix it together in the back of my hand. Now, I will say, is it easier just to buy that one product and not have to mix things together? Obviously. Yes, but at the end of the day, if you're trying to save money or you're just trying to create a routine that allows you to be a little bit more flexible and multi-purpose, then the Dior Gloss Balm probably isn't going to be anything special from what you could already do at home. Just grab your favorite highlighter, grab your favorite blush color. You can customize it to be as glowy as you want, as pigmented as you want. But also, if you are unsure of liking a product, this exercise will help you determine whether or not it's going to be worth the purchase. So you might find something in your collection and think to yourself, yeah, no, I actually do want that product because I feel like something is missing or I don't have that exact thing. All right, I slightly powdered my face a little bit because we are going to go in with a soft matte bronzer to dupe the Makeup by Mario soft matte bronzer. Now, I'm very interested in this because, as you know, I love matte finishes and I do think they just make your skin look a lot more flawless, especially on camera. However, I'm not gonna lie, I do have a soft matte bronzer that I have been loving. I recently rotated this back into my collection because I saw the Makeup by Mario bronzer and it's actually made me really excited about using this again. I forgot how much the color works for my skin tone. It's called Caramel Cutie. It's this bronze shade, but it has a little bit of yellow warmth to it, so I feel like it just really aligns with my natural warmth, and there's not a lot of bronzers with this color to it. It's usually like very orange or very neutral or cool tone and end up being a contour. This also has the same kind of promise of a soft matte finish, just like the Makeup by Mario. So technically I don't need to buy the Makeup by Mario. Now, as a creator, I still might purchase the Makeup by Mario bronzer because I don't have a lot of soft matte bronzers now that I think about it. This is the only one. again. At the end of the day, I am talking through my mindset about these purchases as if I wasn't a content creator, because I hope that it would be more helpful for you and help you make the right decision for yourself. Now, another launch was the reformulated Dior powder blushes. Now, I know that these blushes got such complaints about not being pigmented enough, but I kind of feel like that was the best part about them. Obviously, if you're a deeper skin tone, that's not the best part about them. But even then, they did launch deeper shades of the blushes. I like blushes that aren't super pigmented, but that is a matter of preference. So their new reformulated versions are supposed to be more powdery and more pigmented. If that's what you're looking for, I'm so happy for you. But if you already have the old formula and you like it, then there's no need to fix something that's not broken. I'm using the shade Coral. I just love the way that this applies. And I don't know if you could see, but to me, that's a decent amount of pigment. I just don't have an issue with the pigment. Unless the shade is too light for me. Like, I think their lilac shade is too light for me. But it's showing up perfectly fine. Yes, I am a hater of a $40 lip balm, but I have gotten a lot of use out of these Dior blushes. So for me, they were worth it. But is it something I'm gonna rebuy because it's been reformulated? Probably not anytime soon, and not unless there's a sale. I forgot to dupe the Makeup Forever cream sticks, the multi-purpose sticks. So if you have anything that is a cream stick, technically that's a dupe. For example, if you have a cream bronzer stick like the LYS, or the Rare Beauty cream bronzer stick, or the Rode Pocket blushes, technically those can be just as versatile as the Makeup Forever. Now, we will say the unique selling point for the Makeup Forever that I think a lot of people are excited about is the range of colors that's available, and also it is marketed to be waterproof, I think transfer resistant or sweat proof, something like that. So it's supposed to be very long lasting on the skin. And from experience, there are some cream blushes that kind of disappear on your skin. That's gonna be on you to decide if that's enough of a unique selling point. For me, I don't feel like it's a huge necessity, but as a creator, my curiosity is there. But if you're already happy with the cream products that you own, you prefer something that's a bit glowier, you can just set it with a powder, and truthfully, I think it will do the same thing. All right, I think it's time to peel this off. Let's see if I can do it in one swipe. Oh, okay, this is the part where I get a little bit annoyed with this product because I'm like, it's not coming off. Ow. Stop. What's my skin? Hold on. All right, I had a bit of an emergency that was kind of a fail because I was like peeling off like my dead skin. So maybe exfoliate your lips before you use that, and then I had to like use makeup remover to get it off. That's the only thing about the Sachu lip stains. I do find them a little bit finicky depending on the day, but most of the lip is kind of contoured. Anyways, to finish off the Charlotte Tilbury lip liner dupe, I'm gonna use my Charlotte Foxy Brown. Y'all know how much I love this. And this is just a dark brown. And I'm gonna focus more on the inner parts of my lips for more definition. Overall, I think if you want to commit to this lip contour vibe, you really only need a slightly lighter lip liner that kind of looks like a contour on your lips, something that maybe is more cool toned or matches the outer parts of your lip, and then just a darker brown lip liner color that's going to just add a little bit more definition. Now, Glossier was roasted for their lip oil release because it was a whole range of clear. Now, obviously, some of you don't mind a sheer look, but I find it to be repetitive. So personally, that's why I don't like clear ranges of lip glosses or lip oils, because there's no point in buying more than one, and if I already have something that's going to look like that, then that product is not enticing to me unless the formula is better than what I already own. Now, who's to say the Glossier formula isn't good? I'm not sure, I haven't tried it, but if you have something like that in your collection, like a clear sheer lip oil, one that comes to my head is Summer Fridays. Again, I can't imagine the Glossier one to be any better. For me, what I really value is a lip product that has a little bit more pigment to it, because to me that adds value into my makeup routine and collection. I can rotate and pick shades that are going to fit with my look that day. This is the Fenty lip oil. I did get this as a gift at a YouTube event I went to in the shade Fussy. As you can tell on my lips right now, it's just adding and giving a little bit of something. It looks really good with the lip liner versus just being a sheer gloss. I like some color. And then the last product that I wanted to talk about was a dupe of the Tarte lip stains. This retails for $27, which, you know what, in the grand scheme of things is mid-range. That's the expected price for a lot of lip products now at Sephora or Ulta. I do like the idea of this because I love a good lip stain, but there's going to be so many more lip stain launches in the summer. I'm predicting it already is coming into fruition, so I'm pretty confident in that prediction. And Tarte is giving us nothing. There's literally only 2 shades, and that's it. Nothing about this launch aside from the packaging looks interesting, so I say save your coin, wait for more lip stain launches and comparisons before you can make your decision on what will work well for you. Elle also launched a lip stain with more colors for $5. So I really don't think Tarte is winning in this category, and I know most of you love K-beauty lip stains already, so stick with that. Speaking of, I'm gonna dupe the Tarte lip stain with this Lacquer lip stain in the shade 108 Salty. This is so beautiful. First of all, it has a gloss and a sheen, so it's not just a straight up stain. It also is more of a muted brown color. Unlike a lot of the lip stains that are coming out right now, the Tarte one comes in like a bright red and a bright berry. Not my vibe. So this one I feel like is really brown girl, medium tan friendly. If for some reason you really want a lip stain right now, you want to try out something that is going to last on your lips, don't go with Tarte because there are just so many better options out there for a fraction of the cost that is just as good, if not better, with a larger shade range that has a better chance of aligning with your skin tone. So highly recommend checking this out instead if you are going to make a purchase. I just can't, in my heart of hearts, recommend this, knowing that there are other alternatives and options for you that are better and cheaper. At the end of the day, you probably already have something similar in your makeup collection. If you are on the edge and trying to decide whether or not a product is worth purchasing, highly recommend waiting it out, waiting for reviews to be released so that you can make a more informed decision. And until then, if you have a hard time waiting, it is always worth just looking at what you already own, maybe trying to dupe that with what you already own to get a better understanding on if it's worth the purchase for you. With that being said, thank you all for sticking with me. I was very anxious in this video. I'm just anxious right now, so it's taken a lot out of me to get through it. I hope that this video in some ways helped you or provided some sort of entertainment or escape from how you're feeling, because I need that right now. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in the next video. Bye!